Hey Greyhounds! As we wait for the 4th season of Ted Lasso, let's remember pop culture references and Easter eggs from its first 3 adorable seasons. Season 1, Episode 8, The Diamond Dogs. This episode picks up the next day from the night out in Liverpool, which was more pleasant for some than others. Ted waits for Sassy to wake up, it's more cute than creepy, and confirms that he had a fun night, giving it both the traditional 5 stars of the critics industry and the more recent certified fresh measure by the review aggregation site Rotten Tomatoes. And yes, Ted Lasso is also certified fresh on that website. Next, he makes a very obscure reference. He says that he'll always be Sassy's Underhills when she says that she will put a huge breakfast on his tab. He's referring to the 1985 comedy Fletch, with Chevy Chase as the eponymous character, an intrepid reporter that once, when undercover, observes Mr. Underhill being rude to a waiter at a country club, and as a low-key revenge, charges an expensive lunch to his tab. The greatest detail in this is that Mr. Underhill's first name is Ted. Fletch, which is based on Gregory MacDonald's novels, is certified fresh, but its sequel isn't, while the most recent reboot with John Hamm, Confess Fletch, is also certified fresh. During the inaugural meeting of the Diamond Dogs, we see Higgins outside his suit for the first time. He's wearing a Dr. John t-shirt, Dr. John being a blues and jazz singer-songwriter from New Orleans. Higgins is a cool dude, will start being a theme going forward. Probably the best moment of this conversation is how very unsettling the still unwell Nate vomits when Higgins suggests Proud Boys as a name for the emotional support team that the guys form to help each other out. I wonder what makes people feel better, having a good honest chat with your friends or cosplaying war games. In the second conversation of the Diamond Dogs, Nate says that it must be wonderful to be liked by someone like Killy, with Ted giving a shout out to the Gershwin brothers. Wonderful is a song composed by the legendary jazz composer George Gershwin, with lyrics by his brother Ira in 1927 for the Fred Astaire musical Funny Face. The name of the club comes from the David Bowie song and album of the same name, released in 1974, inspired by the works of George Orwell and William Burroughs. You can hear it over the closing credits of the episode. Rebel Rebel is probably the most famous song of that album. Ted, of course, is a fan of You've Got Mail, the snuggly rom-com featuring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan as bookstore owners in New York. And if I ever made a list of the best rom-coms ever, You've Got Mail would definitely make it. When Keely is inquiring what Roy was doing when he blew her off, he talks about his yoga class that ended up going to GAY as emotional support to one of the classmates going through divorce. He could have meant either the legendary bar in Old Compton Street in Soho or the legendary GAY Late Club by Ghostlet Yard, both of which are sadly closed in 2026. The gays don't party anymore. The episode brings us back to the old storyline from episode 2, in which Rebecca had arranged for incriminating photographs of Ted and Keely to be published in a tabloid, only to pretend to stop the publication after Ted and Keely asked her to, in episode 3. It doesn't fully work. Why is that photographer guy still hanging out in Richmond on a downcast day? And why does he still have that photo in his memory card? Anyway, it gets us to where we need, with Keely breaking up with Rebecca and Rebecca needing to come clean to Ted in the next episode. Finally, we have to commend Ted for his milk-based pants. And that's it from me for this episode. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking or subscribing. As always, thanks for watching.